researching a particular topic or an issue that would increase your knowledge. So, the fourth thing is you don't know. Going back to our subject, we have two hadiths. One stating that touching the private part is a normal thing. It is like touching any part of your body. And the second hadith tells us that whoever touches his private part, whoever touches his penis should perform wudu, perform ablution, which states that it nullifies wudu. So what's to do? Well, to join, some of the scholars say it's easy. How? The first hadith that tells you it's part of you means that touching the private parts from beyond the clothings. So if one touches his private parts from outside of the clothing while he's wearing his clothes, not touching it directly, then it's like touching any of your normal parts. So it doesn't nullify wudu. And this is the consensus of scholars. If a person touches his private parts not directly, but from there's a barrier between his hand and his private parts, then the wudu is intact. It does not nullify it. Touching it directly, flesh to flesh, this is a disputed issue. So some of the scholars joined by saying this verdict. Others said no. The second hadith, which tells you have to perform wudu, abrogates the first one. How is that? Is there any date mentioned? Mustafa, is there any date mentioned here in these two hadiths?
No.
So can we say that one abrogates the other? Is it possible? We cannot tell without the date. Some, smart scholars said, we can. How? They built their this case on a rule in fiqh. It's called the original innocence. It translates awful. In Arabic it's called al-bara'at al-asliyah. But this is roughly translating it to English, the original innocence. What does that mean? Simply, it means that everyone is innocent till proven guilty. Let's apply it on purity. Everything on this world is pure until proven to be impure. So if somebody says, is this glass pure or impure? You don't have to think. You don't have to analyze. You don't have to consult a consultant. Immediately you would say, it's pure. Is this pen pure? Is this paper pure? Is this desk pure? Everything is pure. It's tahir. Unless proven otherwise. This is called al-bara'at al-asliyah. Originally innocence. Original innocence. Now, if you come to food, there are food. This is, okay, is this fruit okay? It came from Indonesia. I don't know. It looks strange. This food came from the Amazon. This came from Kenya. This came from, I don't know these types of fruit. Is it okay to consume and eat? The answer would be yes. Why? The original innocence. Bara'atul asliyah. Likewise, in touching your body. If somebody comes to me and says, Sheikh, is it okay if I touch my hair? Would I have to perform ablution? What would the answer be? Al-bara'atul asliyah. No, you don't have to perform ablution. If somebody comes and says, I want to touch the tip of my nose, should I perform ablution? Bara'atul asliyah says, no, I want to touch my toes again. So the first hadith, hadith Talq ibn Ali, is built on al-bara'atul asliyah. A man walks in and says, if I touch my penis, if I touch my private part, must I perform ablution? The Prophet answered him, alayhi salam, in accordance to the rule which says, you don't have to, it does not nullify your wudu to touch anything. So if you touch your penis, as if you touch the tip of your nose. Bara'atul asliyah. Now, anything that takes this original innocence out of its course, it will be abrogating. Anything that takes it from its original innocence would be abrogating, in the sense that, is it okay to eat all types of meat? Yes, okay. This is original innocence. Until a verse comes says, do not consume ham. Pork is forbidden. And this abrogated the original innocence. And the second hadith, Busra bint Safwan, when she says that the Prophet ﷺ said, he who touches his penis should perform wudu, this moved it from the original innocence to a new stage, which means that this abrogated the first hadith where we were told that it's part of your body, so it doesn't nullify your wudu. So some scholars say that this is abrogated, not because there is a date, Fadi, not because there is a date mentioned, but because it removed it from the original innocence to a new thing. So this is why they say it's abrogated. Other scholars say, well, this is too difficult for me to understand. If you touch your private part with lust, with desire, nullifies your wudu. If you don't, if you just touch it accidentally, then you have no problem with that. And the safest thing is to perform wudu. And this happens only when someone either sleeps or bathes. If someone takes a shower and at the very end, after he performs wudu, he is drying himself and he accidentally touches his private parts, it's recommended that he performs wudu, again, just to be on the safe side. Now, what about touching other people's private parts, such as children? This is imagined with children. Of course, if a woman is cleaning her child, who's a 6-month-old or a year-old, she is touching his or her private parts. So does this also nullify wudu? It's a matter of dispute among scholars. Again, the safest thing is to perform wudu, though a lot of the scholars say, no, this is something that is reoccurring. A mother cleans her child like 20, 50 times a day, depending on the child's frequently doing what you know he does best. So it's difficult for her to go and perform ablution. And this is, inshallah, the most authentic thing, that it does not nullify a mother's wudu, touching her child's private parts when cleaning them. But if she performs wudu, then she would have done a good thing. This is all the time we have for today's program. And until we meet next time, fi amanillah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.